Welcome to AMER200, American History and Culture at SPS. This class is different from other American history classes. It is not a chronological march through history from the Puritans to the present, which requires you to memorize and repeat facts. Instead, we will be exploring themes that have influenced how the country has developed and how people in the country have experienced and shaped that development. This approach moves us away from thinking about history as a series of facts that need to be memorized, to thinking about how American society and culture has developed and how people have negotiated that society and culture. We will focus on three main themes: race, class, and gender, looking at how those categories have been understood at different periods of time, how they've changed, and how ideas about those categories have influenced one another. These are big, controversial topics, and class exchanges should be invigorating and thoughtful, with respect paid to differing opinions. In our exploration, we will use both primary and secondary sources. Primary sources are items created by people in the past, including written documents such as speeches, letters, and diaries, as well as photographs and music, and artifacts such as clothing and household items. Primary documents are like historians or building blocks, and analyzing them will help give you an understanding of how scholars draw their conclusions about the past and help you learn to think like a historian. Secondary sources are analyses written by people looking back and interpreting the past, such as a textbook, scholarly article, or biography. By the way, you do not need to purchase any books for this class. All assigned materials are available on Blackboard, the Internet, or Baruch Library's electronic reserve. Although very few people who take history classes go on to become historians, the study of history can help you develop many skills that will be useful no matter what you go on to do. Most importantly, the process of examining and writing about documents and artifacts help you develop critical thinking and communication skills, the ability to analyze and evaluate information, and then convey your opinions to others, and that is invaluable. So when you're looking at a document or artifact, questions to ask yourself are: who created this? When was it created? Why was it created? Who is the intended audience? What does it tell you about the time it was created? And what leads you to those conclusions? What is your evidence? In this class, you will be asking yourself those questions and discussing your answers in essays, screencasts, and in comments on your classmates' work. Throughout the course, we will be using Blackboard and Screencast-O-Matic. You should consider getting headphones with a microphone for recording. Unfortunately, you will earn lower grades on your screencast if it is difficult to hear your audio. There is a section on Blackboard with information about Screencast-O-Matic and also a Q&A discussion board on Blackboard if you have technical issues with Screencast-O-Matic. Many of you have likely taken several online classes already, but remember, it is really important to keep on top of due dates and schedule time to complete your work each week. You may want to consider adding times to your weekly calendar or even an alarm on your phone to make sure you have time assigned to complete your work. Have a great semester.